Gaurang Shah as well, who joins in to dissect the numbers. And Gaurang, thanks for joining in. Let's start off with the overall headline numbers. Calculated NII at 1788 with the profit standing at 985 crore rupees. How are you reading into this number? Remember, it's been spiked with volatility, the stock price of Indiabulls Housing.
So I think the NIs, first of all, good morning to all of you all. My sense is that the entire industry as far as housing finance sector is concerned has gone through a lot of difficult times. And we've seen a slight bit of degrowth, if you will, in terms of the anticipated earnings that one would have penciled down. As far as Indiabulls Housing is concerned, I think the net interest income has come a tad better, Avan. But the problem is on the bottom line, wherein I think we were penciling somewhere close to about 1100 odd crores, and it has come somewhere close to about 985, and that is what the concern is. And more importantly, the news flow surrounding the NBFC stroke housing finance companies does create a little bit of concern from a short to medium term point of view. So one needs to be careful in terms of the time horizon, and of course not to forget, we'll have to just wait and watch and listen into the commentary from the management in terms of the growth outlook as well.
Right. Gaurang, we also have some amount of information in terms of the spreads for them. The spreads for December 2018 stand at 3.46% versus a 3.24%. And in fact, as I say, there is an increase in spread on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Yields have gone up to 12.02 versus 11.36, and cost of funds have increased as well from 8.56 to versus an 8.12 in the last quarter. So yes, in such a tough market, Indiabulls has been in fact able to increase the spreads. What do you really make of this?
I think the spreads would have increased, but the problem is going forward, I think most of the NBFCs, especially the mid and small size, will have difficulty in times, and we all know, liquidity has been scarce in the market for some time. And my sense is that if the cost of fund is going to stay elevated over the next couple of quarters, then your spreads are definitely going to come down. So I think it's going to be a long-term view rather than one-quarter view. And prudence will depend upon how NBFCs manage their cost of fund. And of course, lending to sensitive sectors, stroke entities would also create some amount of concerns over a longer period of time.
Right. Gaurang, just one last question from my end. The results do not seem to be as bad as the expectations were. The markets were assuming a fairly contraction in terms of margins, spreads, as well as a fairly bad asset quality and some moderation in terms of growth. That is not to be seen, at least in the results so far. There are very few misses, if I am looking at the results rightly. In the current context of the results, and also in the current context of the concerns relating to the entire NBFC sector, what would you suggest investors to do who are holding Indiabulls Housing Finance?
Again, I would prefer LIC Housing Finance. As a matter of fact, we saw the numbers yesterday, and there was great amount of satisfaction when we broke the numbers down and the commentary that we heard from the management. Even Canfin Homes, I think just about a couple of days back, we saw the delivery. HDFC Limited also is a preferred fix. So if you're looking at NBFC stroke housing finance companies, these three names would be the preferred investment ideas.
All right, Poonam as well as Gaurang, thanks so much for joining in with your quick take on the Q3 numbers. Not that bad, no doubt. PAT has come in line with expectations. I think NII has come in slightly above expectations, but most importantly, the provisions are not that bad. Stage 3 provision number as well, not been that bad. So I think that's the reason why you saw the spike as well come by in the stock price now at 672 rupees.